Hey guys, Ryan here. Thank you for joining me for a new video. Today, I want to do another Etsy shop review. Now, if you missed my first Etsy shop review, go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link right here in the corner, but I went real in depth about a shop that I just picked from one of my print-on-demand Facebook groups, which by the way, if you're interested in joining, there's a link below. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna give some pointers on what they can do to improve their shop. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing for someone that requested I review their shop today. So I'm gonna go jump on my computer and we can get started. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and I hope my voice sounds a little bit clearer in this video than it did in past videos because I finally upgraded my microphone. I thought it was going to cost me about $250, $300, ended up costing me $600, but I got an Electro Voice mic. Let me see if I can show you here. And this thing is awesome. It's very similar to what I think like radio hosts use. So anyways, I've struggled setting it up, but it's finally good to go. All right, so in today's video, we're going to review Brider's Unique Designs. But real quick, let me introduce myself in case this is your first time seeing my channel. I'm Ryan Hogue. I've sold over $1.7 million on Amazon, including $75,000 through Etsy. If you want to follow the links in the description, I've got a free 8-day print-on-demand mini course delivered to your email, one lesson a day. I've also got a print-on-demand Facebook community growing rapidly. I would love to have you there. If you didn't know, I publish income reports each month. You can follow my journey as a print-on-demand seller, as a FBA seller, KDP seller. You can follow my YouTube revenue, etc. So I'd love to have you subscribe and follow along. Last but not least, I wrote a full print-on-demand course, over 70 lectures currently. It's had a great response so far. And if you're interested, check it out. Link in the description. All right. So we are going to review Brider's Unique Designs. Now, if you missed part 1 of my Etsy shop reviews where I reviewed a different shop, I did a lot of it in kind of like a slide presentation. This time I'm going to try doing it differently and I'm just going to jump on over to the shop and do it in real time. I didn't plan anything ahead of time. Okay, here we are at the Etsy shop. So the first thing that everybody notices when they land on your page is going to be that huge banner. Now, the last shop review I did, they did not have the full-size banner, which I noticed most of the, let's just call them premium Etsy sellers end up using. I see that you are using the premium size. However, one thing I noted is that your image, it looks a little skewed here. You see what I'm talking about? Like, it looks like it's compressed almost to be horizontally squeezed. So I would try to fix that because it does kind of make the quality of the banner look a little bit less. So I have another Etsy shop pulled up here just for comparison, and their graphics look a little bit crisper. Also, the dimensions you should be optimized for, let me see. Yeah, so Etsy will automatically resize it for you, but the dimensions you want to optimize for look like they are, I'm in the developer console, by the way. You can't see, but it's like behind me. I'm looking at the dimensions for you. It's 2560 width by 638 height, and those are pixels. So I would redo your banner, and you can keep the same color scheme and everything. I would just try to optimize it for those dimensions and not have the text seem like it's a little bit distorted. All right, so you got the logo set up. It matches your banner branding. That's great. You got a location set up, 13 sales, 4.5 star review. That's great. 5 stars obviously ideal, but hey, at least you've got reviews, right? I see a lot of people that jump on Etsy, and guys, if you're new to Etsy, go ahead and just text a friend, text a family member, put up a digital download for like 99 cents and have them buy it from you and review your shop for 5 stars, because on Etsy, this review, remember, it applies to every listing. So it's really important. So it's great that you've got your reviews done, because then if we find you in search results, we're going to have that review there and help you stand out. So you've got your shop owner information set up. That is also great. I see that over here on the left-hand side, let me zoom in a little bit, use the screen real estate that we got. On this left-hand side, you've got sections set up. So you've got on sale, which is automatic. You have coffee mugs, women's clothing, masks, t-shirts, and stickers. Great. I think using sections is a great idea. And the way that I would use them, kind of more advanced strategy, but I used to just group products that had similar base costs to my print-on-demand production partners. This allowed me to be strategic in running sales, test different sales amounts, because then I could easily, when you section products together, you can go into your inventory in the shop manager and you can select everything and you can reset the pricing of everything all at once. So if you have like over 1,000 products on Etsy like me, you have control pretty easily. All right, so speaking of having 1,000 products, I'm noticing you only have 48 products. Now, this is kind of it's not much of a critique. It's just more of a suggestion. In real life, real estate's expensive. Online on Etsy, real estate's cheap. It's 20 cents per listing. And I believe that there is a strong correlation between how much Etsy real estate you occupy and how many Etsy sales you make. So I would suggest find what works for you. Maybe it's taking the Amazon merch approach and saying, I'm not going to go to sleep until I've posted at least one product a day or 2 products a day. Maybe you sit down and you do all designs for like an hour and you don't upload. You just say, all right, this hour just doing designs. And then you have another hour where it's just uploads. That's more or less how I used to approach things. So it's great. You've got featured items up here. If you're going to upload more products, by the way, I mean, to jump straight into design critiques, one thing I would say, and I know coffee mugs are a different use case, but, black text on a white background, for coffee mugs, I think it works. But for anything else, I think that the flip, the inverse of that works better. I'm pretty sure Amazon merch actually tells you in the resources section somewhere that per their data, like dark colored t-shirts with light colored optimized designs sell better than the inverse. So I would imagine it applies to coffee mugs as well. Also, another thing with Printful's shipping, assuming that you're using Printful to fulfill this, which I actually, let's see, we should be able to see the production partner, shouldn't we? Chatsworth CA. So that is Printful. And one thing worth noting is that I'm pretty sure at $13.95, I think the base cost for an 11-ounce mug is $6.95, if I remember correctly. It might even be as high as $7.95. I think it's $6.95, and shipping is pretty expensive. So you may not be making much money at all if you actually crunch the numbers and you keep in mind that Etsy's taking a percentage as well. And Etsy kind of disguises the percentage they take. I think you should factor in about 10% for Etsy, just as like a general running your calculations, quick calculation. So this one I would just be a little bit careful of with coffee mugs. I think you need to increase your price point. If you use Gooten though, by the way, Gooten is Gooten.com. Gooten is free to use, just like Printful, and their coffee mugs, their 11-ounce white coffee mug is $4.99 base cost. So they are a better option for coffee mugs. All right. Also, just another thing on the design front. And I mean, I'm not like this, everything design wise is really subjective, but I think some of it can kind of be proven with data. So it's best, I think, to make big, bold, in this case, like when I say design, it's really just text, right? But big, bold text that's easy to see in search results. And let me illustrate what I mean. So if I type in like Biden Harris coffee mug, let's look at the search results here. All right, let's compare. I think you got an idea of where I'm going with this. So look at these results, and then if I were to just actually, as a web developer, things I can do, I can probably grab this image and just hack it in next to your competition, and we can evaluate it all together. So let's just replace this one with that one. So it's not bad, right? But like if I compare yours to the one directly next to it, right? Like either one of these, actually, either one that I'm pointing to, if I compare yours to them, like their designs pop more. Like using red and blue, I'm not saying you have to use red and blue, using black text is fine, but like their other designs, like they're bolder text, it's bigger, there is a amount of real estate on the coffee mug that you're able to design with or design on, and your competitors are using more of it, which I think almost like implicitly, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's almost like it implies you're getting more value to your customer when they see the big design, like this. By the way, this is a pretty clever mug. I wonder if it's on Amazon. Just saying, if you guys are selling through Seller Central, you can list these FBM coffee mugs, and these are going to be selling hot for a while. So yeah, look at this. Look at that. You see this right behind me? Over 20 people have this in their carts right now. So this mug is doing quite well. By the way, if you guys aren't following me on like Instagram or you're not in my Facebook groups, I know 2 people, not one person, 2 people. Actually, they're both in my courses. One though is in my FBA course, but he basically is taking his Amazon merch profits and starting an FBA business. Anyways, 2 people that are in the top 10 on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris t-shirts on Amazon merch. They made a killing collectively between 2 people. They did thousands, plural, of dollars of profit just yesterday in a single day. So potential's there. If you guys are quick and you jump on these things early. By the way, the Kamala Harris thing, I'm getting off topic here, but I'm just saying, like, if you pay attention to like the betting odds, they took her off a lot of the sportsbook websites. So it was kind of known that she was pretty much going to be the candidate. And if you were sharp, and this is something that I'm kicking myself for not doing, but you could have positioned yourself for when she was announced as the running mate, and you could have made thousands. I mean, that's what it takes, though. That's literally what it takes. Maybe I'll do a separate video tomorrow, since this is not what this video is supposed to be about, and talk about how to catch trends, because that is a good strategy, actually. Anyways, case in point here, always evaluate your competition. See what you're up against. Take notes. I just think that, this design could be blown up. I mean, this one right here, this is a better example, though, of you doing a great job using more of that real estate, using multicolors, etc., to feel like you're giving more value with this design. So I like that. All right. So I just realized something else standing out to me here. Sorry. You're not running a sale. You got to run a sale on Etsy. Here's why. All right. If you go to the search results again, and surprisingly, where are the sales? Okay, here we go. Okay, maybe I stand corrected. Not a lot of people are running sales, but you know what? Again, I'm going to do my little knock thing. You hear that knock? That's opportunity knocking. Your competition is not running sales. And on Etsy, when you run a sale, you get this like 30% off or whatever percent off in search results. Remember, the customer journey looks like this. If we're being realistic about how to position ourselves here, the customer journey looks like this. You start here on Etsy, you do a keyword search, and then you look through search results and you have plenty of options. I mean, I'm zoomed in. So let's just say the average person right here, this is 100% zoom, is seeing about 16 different options. Now, assuming that you're one of the 16, how do you position yourself better than your competition? Well, let's see. Of these, which ones pop? We have 3 of them offering free shipping. Now, I mean, I'm on record as saying, like, I know free shipping does convert better, but I think it's platform dependent. Like, I like on eBay, where if you offer free shipping, it's big, it's bold, it's red. eBay free shipping, red text. That pops. So if you're going to offer free shipping somewhere, yeah, start with eBay. On Etsy, yeah, free shipping helps. I mean, it's still here. It's green. It's a little bubble, but I like the sales, because with sales, I just think you can kind of disguise shipping as the, okay, I've reached checkout. Oh crap, here's the extra like $4 or $5 that's going to be charged to me. I'd rather run a sale so that people really feel like they're getting a deal. Like here, 30% off. You've got the old price crossed out. This mug used to be $16. Now it's $11. The perceived value. And then if we click it, let's see if this, okay, boom, another trick. I love this seller. I don't know who this person is, but look what they're doing. Sale ends in 5 hours. Do you really think the sale ends in 5 hours? We have no way of knowing. Maybe you'll come back and check later, but you can control these sales. And if you don't just set them a month out in advance, if you set them a day in advance, or when I say in advance, I mean, if you set the end date a day out, 2 days out, Etsy won't just say on sale. They'll say sale ends in X hours. Use that to your advantage. Create urgency. This is all stuff that, it's not like you can't succeed if you don't do this stuff, but me personally, like if I'm going to spend my time doing anything, in this case selling on Etsy, I want to know that I have some edge that, I mean, it's not really an edge, right? Because everybody can run sales, but we just looked, not everybody's running sales. So if that's the case, I'm going to run a sale, period. And then like I said, coming back here, if you use sections, like you have your coffee mug section here, you go into your shop manager, go to inventory, select all for the section on coffee mugs. run a 50% off sale. It doesn't even matter. You pick the percentage and then just offset the price. So you can still hit the same price points, which, by the way, I would go back to the drawing board on your $13.95. I really have a suspicion that you might be breaking even or even like losing money at that price. So I just pay attention. I might be wrong, but I mean, you can't be making too much money at that price point just because I know the shipping is so high. I mean, if Printful sets the right shipping template, I could be wrong, but I remember I was charging more than this for coffee mugs fulfilled by Printful. I would just switch them over to Guten actually. Just increase your profit margin instantly. And when, by the way, again, I guess we can pause again from the Etsy shop thing because this is still relevant. When I say switch over to Guten, you don't actually need to do anything. Go register for Guten. It's free. GOOTEN.com. I can put a link in the description. There's no affiliate link, so I don't actually care if you use my link or anything. But when you get a sale through Printful, you know how they email you saying, hey, we have a sale? All you have to do is click the link in the email and hit cancel. When you click the link, it takes you straight to the order in Printful. All you have to do is hit cancel and then go to Guten, manually create the order, take your customer's shipping info from Etsy or from the canceled Printful order, put it in Guten, and have Guten fulfill the order. And you will, I mean, what's the difference between like $5 and $7? I think it's like $5.07. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if the math is correct here that Guten is about 29% or 28.6% cheaper. So fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Maybe in post I'll put like some text above me saying yes or no. All right, let's look at the masks real quick. I think the masks look great. Here's one thing though, right? Like even on your own shop here, the mask right here behind me is probably much less likely to get, or I mean, even the tie-dye example is probably a better one. You see how you have two thumbnails for two very similar tie-dye masks? Which one of these is more likely to get clicked? I mean, most likely it's the bigger one than the smaller one. The small one in search results is going to look small and cheap, in my opinion. So I would, and also I don't know if this is a true statistic, but I bet you if you looked into like buying psychology, because there's plenty of studies of, you know, it's presidential election season. We were just talking about Biden Harris. Like, dude, every little detail from the color tie they wear, color suit they wear, every word they speak, it's so pre-planned because they've done mass psychological studies to make sure that everything is, there's no coincidences, put it that way. There's too much at stake. So what I'm really trying to say is I firmly believe that when you have a model looking directly at the camera, like I'm looking at my little webcam here, I think these mock-ups sell better is all I'm really trying to say. Like, I don't know what it is. It triggers something inside of humans that say, I see eye contact. It catches your attention. So I think the best mock-ups for, and I love this one here where it's zoomed in. Like if I had to pick like the best mock-up possible, it's probably this one right here. Because you have the design, big, bold, easy to see. You've got the eye contact. Like this is perfect in my mind. Another option you could go with, and I've talked about this in previous videos, but you can create like a template for your mockups. So you can, like I used to use Photoshop and I had a little PSD file. So anytime I was creating Etsy listings, I would go grab the flat mockup from Printful, take it to my Etsy mockup generator. I would paste it. I would magic wand the background off, you know, so I wouldn't do it for the person mockups, but if it was like this mask, for instance, I'd magic wand the background off and then lay it over the background. And like, if I go back to search results here, so look at these search results. Most of these are optimized for light colored backgrounds. Well, I use that to my advantage. You know, I'm giving you guys so much advice right now. Like, I mean, and by the way, I'm not like the best Etsy seller that ever lived, but I was doing like 5 to 6 sales a day on average. And that would just be like a normal Tuesday. You know what I mean? Then I, of course, had spikes whenever I caught a trend or during, you know, the holiday season, all that stuff. But yeah, I was doing good. I mean, I was right under 3,000 sales when they removed me from their platform for no reason. But what I'm trying to get at is stand out whenever possible. If people have their primary thumbnails optimized for light colored backgrounds, optimize yours for dark colored backgrounds. You can go to pexels.com, pexels.com, free stock photography here. And I remember like I would just do something like this. Like I searched for wood. All right, now notice there's light wood and there's dark wood. So if everybody's optimized for light colored backgrounds, grab some dark wood and just overlay your Etsy product on this. It works for Etsy. It's not against their terms of service. On Amazon, this would get you in trouble because you have to have a white background. On Etsy, no problem. So use it to your advantage. I used to have a mock-up generator where it had like my shop logo with the shop name. And if I sold, Printful has a hat that's made in the USA. Well, if it was made in the USA, I just toggle on this one layer. It had a little graphic that said made in the USA, and if I wanted to do personalization, I would put like a banner. Again, it was in the template, so I didn't have to waste time doing this every time. All I had to do was go into Photoshop, click a layer, and it had my ad that said personalization available, So I made it real easy to make a real quality product or product thumbnail, because again, people shop with their eyes, right? We use the title and the keywords to get the algorithm to put us in front of people, but then the other half of this problem we're trying to solve is how do we get the person now to click us instead of everybody else in the search results, right? Coming back to the how do we get them to click us instead of everybody else? So it's a lot of psychology, it's a lot of competing for attention. I think I've talked about a lot of it in this video so far, so why don't we just jump back and kind of go through the shop one last time, see if so you've got shops sales running. I see you got 30% off on a couple. Each time you add a new listing, you just have to remember to go back in and there should be a checkbox, I think, that selects everything. Just select everything and add it to the sale. By the way, before you do that, offset the price of your coffee mugs, because 100% you're going to need to increase the pricing if you add them to a sale. All right, t-shirts. Again, I think you would really benefit from kind of going with a mock-up generator, something, just overlay it on. And by the way, there's free websites. If you don't use Photoshop, overlay it. There's tools that I believe are free that can remove the background for you. So I've never had to use them, so I'm not sure what they are, but I know I've seen people talking about them in my print on demand Facebook group. So I know it exists. I know there's at least a couple options. The other thing I'd say is when you generate your own mockups, make the designs bigger. So this one, for instance, I like it, and it's a big design. I don't really like that the rectangle edges are very evident in this design. That's the only thing, but at least the design is very big and bold. And I mean, any zooming that you could do similar to what you did with that mask, this mask, I think would be great. It would definitely be to your benefit. Although one thing, I don't know where you got the cow graphic, but it does certainly look like it might have been blown up from a smaller resolution and used, and it's not really evident, I guess, unless you are zoomed. So I'm zoomed in right now also in the browser. So normal, it looks fine. Maybe that's just part of the design. I guess it looks like it's a little bit artistic, like crayons. Anyways, I'm rambling. Yeah, so I hope this helps. I think you're on the right track, and if you had to choose one actionable item to do right away, in my mind, it's probably to post more products, just right out of the gate. Post more products, get above 100 products, aim to be at 1,000 for the fourth quarter. It's going to be to your benefit even if you don't set auto renew, every time you create a listing on Etsy, you know how you have the renewal option, manual, automatic. You don't have to set it to automatic, set it to manual. I would probably, here's the thing, it's August 12th, so they're going to expire in November and you'll miss out on December sales. So any products you push now, because the renewals are quarterly, you're going to want it to be renewed at least once so that you get through December where the massive sales come. The sales come in November, December, but I'm just saying, keep in mind, when it comes to renewals, if you are trying to be price conscious, if you do manual renewals, you're going to need to go in and hit the manual renewal each time. I know Etsy emails you and tells you that things are expiring, but just keep that in mind. So anyways, guys, I think this video has been a good length. Hopefully I provided you some value. And if you guys want me to review your Etsy shop, I've already got 2 more on my list. I can't take too many requests because I know there's probably going to be some interest, but feel free to, maybe I'll start a thread in my print on demand Facebook group, and that'll be the official review my Etsy shop thread. And maybe we can try a different format where in the next video, I can kind of go through them a little bit quicker and get more feedback to you guys. We can do multiple shops in the next video. So I'm just kind of working through this. as I go. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it till the end, do me a quick favor. Just hit that like button. Let the YouTube algorithm know that this video was good. And if you're not subscribed, somehow over 50% of my viewers are not subscribed on average. So it would really mean a lot to me. I try hard to make these videos entertaining and valuable. And if you want to subscribe, it means a lot. Just past 30,000 subscribers. So those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyanSmethod.com. Thank you.